Hello peeps, welcome back to my IT and guided solutions on YouTube, and today I bring you yet a new video full of new content. And as per usual, I do bring much as content as I can to this channel. So today, what is in store? So today, guys, I have in store for you today is how you can roll back your iOS system on your iPhone back to an earlier version of iOS. So currently at the moment, Apple have updated it to 26.4 from 23.4 iOS system. So yeah, they've just brought out in the 26.4 system, they've brought out a few features in regards to the safety of the phone, such as now you got to confirm your identity if you've got a credit card. Something Apple is coming in line to protect the youngsters in the compliance of to protect them from the adult imagery and all that lot. And also what it does, it locks down the phone as well of certain content restrictions. So there's a few aspects, and there's a few elements in, I believe, is it photos as well, I think, something like that. And yeah, so the relevance of this video is to how can you roll back an updated iPhone back to the earlier version. This is not impossible, but possible. So how can this be done? Well, I do have a dedicated website. I can get signed Apple certified iOS systems that are verified by Apple, and I am able to roll back, update as freely as I want. It doesn't void your warranty, because all you're doing is reverting iOS back to an earlier iOS system. The disadvantages of this, though, by doing this, and you want to stay on that, any future updates you will not receive, because every time Apple always seems to bring out various iOS updates to your phone, your tablet, MacBook, iMac, and all that lot. You know, so yeah. So I've got the download. My phone's been wiped, so that's ready to go. So what you need to do is you have to sign out your iCloud, sign out of Find Me, back up your system obviously on your iPhone, so you don't lose any data with your iCloud, such as passwords and your photos, etc. If that's all in with your iCloud, like I'm fully iCloud, everything's all in the iCloud, so I'm okay, all my data is saved. So that's why iPhone is wiped as of now. So I'm ready to roll back to my iOS. So what you're going to need to do is, after you've done those steps, have a look on apple.com support, where you can find guided information on how you can do this. But this step, this video I'm going to show you, won't be on anywhere, but you might find similar videos like mine on how you can roll back your iOS on YouTube or Vimeo, etc. So after you've done all that with your phone, which is mine right in front of me here, as you can see, and basically what you want to do is have it new as if you bought it from the store itself. So it is ready to go. I've kept my eSIM, so that's not affected. So that's still on the phone, so I'm able to call in and out. So I can still use the phone that way, but I'm not able to use any of my iCloud features, profiles, or whatever. I can on the iMac, but not on the phone. So the purpose is, how do you do this? So firstly, what you're going to have to do is, you're going to have to get a USB-C cable connected to your phone. Then you'll have a trust this PC device, put your pin in, and then we're ready to go. So let's get into what website I use for this. So open up your default browser, and then in your search bar put in IPSW dot me/. This will also be in the link below here in the video, and then press enter. This is where you can identify your device, what device you've got. This is just not for iPhones, it's also for any other systems you can use for a Samsung, for example, as well. So you can get this software here. So do be careful when you're on here and what software you might download. So what we do is, see, that's all the Apple's devices, so the Apple Watch, Touch Pro, Vision Pro, Apple TV, HomePod, etc., etc. So, but as for Samsung, what you can do is you go to download. This device is only for Apple itself. There are other IPSO websites for Android itself. So what we will do is now you can choose your product. So scroll down, go iPhone, and I will give you a list of all the iPhones that are available to you. So depending on what type of phone you've got, iPhone 13 Pro Max, 15, all the way up to the new phone, which is the same iPhone 17e. They've just Apple have launched. So I've got the iPhone Pro 17 Max. So click on that one, and this is the IPSOs W's files. These can be used by using iPhone, iTunes, or Finder on your MacBook or iMac. So what I will discuss here now is what's what and what's not. So the ones that are in red is a precautionary. So what we'll tell you is be aware, because they are not actually signed by Apple, so they are unassigned, so they're not being like certified or anything. So do be vigilant in using an unsigned one. So like the iOS 26, it goes all the way down back to 26.0 up to the recent one 26.4 with that confirm your identity mishap of Apple have done. This is why I'm going to do it, so I can get rid of any content restrictions on the phone. So I'll be downloading to this one, iOS 26.3.1. That's the one I already downloaded. It'll go into your download folder. This I've already downloaded it, so I don't need to click. So do click it. It will start downloading, and depending on speed of your internet connection, it is a 10 gigabyte file. Mine downloaded within 2 to 3 minutes. Just that, in fact. So yeah, once that's downloaded, leave it on the download folder, and then close out your browser. So now we know we got the iPhone connected to the iPhone iMac. Sorry. We can now go ahead and proceed and restoring this phone back down to the one I originally had. So that's connected there. My phone is ready. Everything's all backed up. Also, if you've got an Apple Watch set to the phone, also do have it backed up and unpair it from the phone, because once you go down, it does wipe out everything else, and then we'll be restoring it back to our iCloud, but using the default steps. So which I will go through you step by step. But yeah, so once that's all done, you think you've backed up, you've disabled Find My and deleted what you need, and iCloud is off. Do continue to wipe your phone through settings, and then go to general, and then towards the bottom you can see transfer or reset phone, press that, and it says reset or erase all content and settings. So reset gives you a numerous things you can reset, like your network or your other stuff on the phone, or whereas erase all content and so on. That wipes the entire phone. That's what I did, and then you can continue with that. Or you can transfer it to Android if you wanted to move from our iPhone to Samsung phone. So, but that's already, I don't need to do anything on my phone now. That's all connected. So back to your MacBook or iMac, you may be wanting this, you wanting it to do this on, sorry. So open your Finder. The file's already selected there, the one we downloaded. This is certified and signed by Apple, so we know that it's safe. It's 11 gigabytes, it's already there. So now what we can do is now go, obviously this is Finder, go on the left hand side, select your phone, it's under my name, etc. And as you can see, it's 26.4. We will now restore it here. So this is a 1.2 terabyte phone. There's a good phone. So yeah, now to start restoring on your keyboard, you need to press Option, which is, if you've got a keyboard like this one, it'll be that one there. Hold that down and then click Restore iPhone, and then you'll have a dialog box that will come up, so you'll be able to select your file. It's previously select the file, so select the file and click Open. Now it will say, now your Mac will erase and restore your iPhone to iOS 26.3.1 and will verify the restore with Apple servers. So we will continue to restore, so restore the phone, and now the Mac will do its own thing by sending the information through the cable back to your phone and do its steps that way. So, but yeah, so it is starting to do it now. It'll extract the software first to verify, to restore, and then it'll go through the steps of restoring. Your iPhone will go off once, off one, and back on, and then you'll be back to that version of that one we were previously on. So that's how you can restore your iPhone and rolling back to the previous version we had already on this phone. So yeah, so with that done, if I talk a little bit more about that, while that's working in the background, we can go ahead. I could talk about this website, ipsw.me. So sorry, where I said about Android, I was mistaken. It's just for Apple devices, and basically this website gives you current and previous versions of any Apple's iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, audioOS, and visionOS. That firmware that you can roll back or update up to it in your content. You don't need to be tech nerd for in this, but you need to have some understanding and be careful how you do this. You get this wrong, you can break your phone. And breaking your phone would mean you'll have to get your phone repaired or send it to Apple to unbrick it. And if you're not insured, that's going to cost you. You can have it done professionally, but by someone, and yeah, that could if you don't do it right. So that is the website. I will put a link to in this video if you want to do it yourself. So that is the website. But you can also send a request to support if you want to jailbreak your iPhone, if you wanted to. But yeah, do be careful with unassigned ones. And it gives you certain steps on each device where you want to restore to. But yeah, that is the website I use. So it's still extracting the software, and then verify the download file we've used to download to restore it. So yeah, that's the purpose of the video, is to how you can reward. This is how you can roll back the iOS system on any Apple device. Apple don't basically, they don't disagree with it, but they tend not to, because if you roll back, you're not going to get a certain updates, or you won't get any future updates in the future for it. So yes, so I'll get back to you on once this is done, and once that's done, and then I will show you from the phone step by step on how you can restore that back to what it was previously before it was updated. So yes, thank you for watching. This is IT and Gadget Solutions. I'm Craig, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you. So as we can see here, the computer is now sending the firmware over to the phone, and you'll see the Apple icon with the little bar moving underneath. So we are a next step away to restoring the phone back to the recent rollback version of iOS, like I've mentioned in the video. So we are almost there on that one, and then we will use our details to restore our iCloud back onto the phone, so we'll be able to retrieve all our apps, our files, our day-to-day activities, even your watch activity if you've got Apple Watch. So yeah, so that is the next step, and what this will do, after it's flashed the firmware onto the phone, and then it will restart. Then it installs the actual software, the Apple iOS. I can't remember. I've forgotten now. So there's so many updates these days. So yeah, that's what it will do. It does take some time for this to do, depending on the performance of each device. The phone has been wiped, as you know, and it depends what kind of how you linked to iMac or MacBook there. So we are quite there with it. So we're almost done on installing it back to the phone. So yes, peeps, so I'd like to know what other videos you would like me to do. I might be considering doing an updated one of my videos I previously uploaded, so I can provide more information on it. So there'll be an updated version of it. There is one I want to do out to sign in using QR codes on TVs. So that'll be a good one for you to know, especially for the older people who don't understand how to use QR codes. So I'll go through that as well. So yeah, what are your opinions? I'd like to know what you would like me to do. And also, bear in mind, this is just not my only channel. Please do check out my Drone Tech Photography on YouTube. I believe that's the right term. I can't remember, but yes. I will be bringing up a new video on that with Easter term around the corner. Well, we are now. Easter is coming up very quickly around the corner, so I will be bringing a new video on half term of painting seafront of the fairground. It's new seat fence. It's having been installed there, because obviously they want to future-proof painting from any disasters. But yeah, that is obviously where they're permitting. So I'm hoping we will have a nice sunny Easter this year. It is starting to, but it is a bit cold here down in the southwest. So do check that out again. That is Drone Tech Aerial Photography. It's something like that, but yes. I'll put this link to my other YouTube channel on the video, so do click that and see my videos I've already currently done. But yeah, so I'm concentrating mostly now on my this and my drone filming. So if you are into any of this, why not, eh? So that is almost complete of restoring the software. But yeah, any other new content you can think of, please do leave a comment or send your opinions to me. I will be able to see that. So the computer has done its job. It's sent the file over, restored, we flashed the chip with the software inside, or the silicon in chip they have to store their software on. So that's all done. We now connect it back to our iFinder. It's just activating the phone, and the phone is still loading, as you can see there. It does take a while for the phone to actually restart and install. Like I'm saying, these iPhones these days are pretty good phones, especially with the new tech coming out. There are rumors of the iPhone Fold. Don't know if you've heard of that. Whether you can shine some light, but that again is a rumor. I don't know if Apple would do a full iPhone Fold. They just recently launched, obviously, a new MacBook and obviously the new iPhone 17e phone, and also just announced the new AirPods. I believe. So they are doing really well, Apple, at the moment, but we are in the new year, so I'm hoping the Apple WDC is coming up shortly. I think it's going to be April, June, something like that time. I would be wondering what they would be announcing. Probably concentrating again on their phones, because that's their flagship product they concentrate on, as well as their MacBook and iMacs. So they do concentrate mostly on their iPhones as their flagship product on Apple itself. I've not been majorly involved with Apple, but I've only just learning. I know the core of Apple itself. So we know that we are getting our products. So we can now continue with restoring it from the phone. So if I just show you how this is done. So go select your country region, and then obviously set up your appearance. And you can set up a new phone if you've got your previous phone. So we're not gonna set up without. Then we're going to choose our network. Bear with me 1 second. So then asks for your Face ID. So I'm going to set that up. Then you'll enter your create your PIN, and then it asks you then transfer your apps and data. Yeah, this is where you restore from your account backup. If you don't want to, you can continue, don't transfer anything and set up as a brand new phone, or you can do it with any one of these from iCloud, from another phone, from a Mac or PC or Android. So you're going to go from iCloud backup. I'm going to sign in, and once you signed in, it will ask for Apple account verification code. This is a random code, so you cannot use it for anything else. But this will be sent to any of your Apple devices to verify your account. So it'll send you a code to any of your devices you got currently with on your iPhone, Apple ID account, I mean. So go allow. Then it will give you a number you need to put into the code. So 168-271, and then it'll just do its own thing and activate, and then now we sign in. Accept the terms and conditions. So I'll go agree. So it's just signing in now into my iCloud. So all of your files, photos, App Store, messages, FaceTime, Find Me, music, all that lot, Apple Pay, photos, everything you can think of. So yes, that is signing in as we speak. Now it'll tell me to choose a iCloud backup. Now show all backups, and we're going to go to back to March 2026 or 20. So we're going to go to 26th, because I done an update yesterday, I believe. So we're going to do that one. So we picked that one, and you can see it's done it. So now this is where you can make this your phone. So it will restore all your apps and data you had previously there, and all in your settings and any of your wallet as well. So it will have any of your cards you have stored within your wallet, Apple Pay, which then you would have to confirm. All your settings, screen time, all that lot, and all your other stuff with iCloud that's associated with. So continue. So it asks for your card. You'll start adding your Apple Pay app first. So it'll add your debit cards to your Apple Pay. That's one of my cards done. It'll keep going depending on how many cards, credit cards, debit cards, any travel cards, etc. So, it will do that. keep going until you've done with your Apple Pay and verifying. And if you've got one you can't do, you can add it later. So if you've got a card like that one, but I don't have it, basically you can complete later, which it says there. So we can continue on there. Now you can go share. This is up to you. Don't share or share. This is to help improve its products and services by using data from your phone. So you can opt out or opt in. So I intend to share, and then share with app developers. This is your AI. So Apple Intelligence. Continue. Then you want to decide what you want to do with your notifications to summarize. So we can choose what we want. So news, entertainment. I do communications and entertainment. And turn on priority if you want priority ones on. And then now Siri is the next step. So we need to set Siri up. So to speak to Siri, we can press the side button on this side. So we can continue with double tap at the bottom and brings up the keyboard if you wanted to. Siri, how's the weather? Hey Siri, send a message. Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, get directions home. Siri, play some music. So that's your Siri setup. So you would have to go through your voice analysis to set Siri up, and then once that's done, it is ready to continue. If you use audio recordings but you don't want to share it with anyone, like Apple or whatever, click Got Now. That's what I do. It's up to you. You can share your audio recordings. It just basically transcripts and to Siri, etc. Blah blah blah. So you can share or record. So not now. Emergency OS always continue. And now it will continue restoring all the rest from the iCloud. So that is my phone fully restored, as you can see. So I'll just continue now and get relevant. All my stuff that's associated in my iCloud, like files, all my apps, all that lot, passwords, and it'll just restore. And that is it on how you can restore your iPhone to an earlier version of iOS. In this instant, it is, what was it again? Bear with me. So the version we rolled back was 26.3.1 from 26.4. Now, I will confirm this once the phone is back to where it was. Back on the home, we've got 1 minute. I can confirm this with you, so we know we restored it. And you got sign in into your any apps that have not signed in automatically. Normally when you store from an iCloud backup, normally everything returns back to default. Some apps don't sign you in, so you might have to sign in and use your Face ID to set it back up again. So you'll have to do that again. It's just certain apps do, certain apps don't, such as like your banking app. If your banking app doesn't work as it's supposed to work as, I would suggest uninstalling that app for a fresh re-download. So you can re-download your banking app and go from there and set it back up again that way. So we are almost done with this video. So I hope this is informative. But yes. So what we'll do after now it's restored the phone, it will restart the phone because it's applying all those changes from the update back onto the phone. It will restart the system and eventually it will go back to where it was. Now I can't remember my wallpaper, but it should be good as new as to where we were. Now I have picked a earlier backup from the 26th, luckily. The rest of it was my iPad. So what happens is, when you back up your phone, when you put them onto power, normally it backs it up depending on the schedule that's set on the phone. So it normally after 50% of battery on power, it backs your iCloud up automatically anyway. But you can perform a manual backup if you wish, but it only keeps 3 backups. So it'll pick up, say you've done the backup today, so it'll keep that one, and then the one you previously done might have been a few days later, and then the last one would have been a week later. So it only keeps your previous 3 backup dates available to you. So if you don't have the 2 but you have the one from yesterday, or you don't have yesterday but you have the 1 weeker, vice versa, you can use whatever backup. That is my wallpaper. I do support Man City, unfortunately, and I am back up and running with my iPhone, as we know. So yeah, restored complete. Apps and data I've now downloading will continue downloading in the background from the App Store, courtesy of Apple. So continue. So it'll refresh, welcome screen, get started. That's exactly what my phone was before. My apps are downloading now in the background, retrieving it from the App Store, vice versa. And now we want to know, was the restore complete? Did we go back to the previous one of the update we downloaded on the iMac, or is it kept to the same one? Sometimes if it doesn't go to plan, it won't budge and it'll just stay back on 26.4, which is the latest update as we speak of today. So to find this out, you find your settings, you can pull it down top corner, and the quickest way is hold down your Wi-Fi button. Again, go Wi-Fi settings, brings up your settings of your Wi-Fi, and then no, it hasn't. So there you go, because we stored the iCloud. For some reason, it hasn't done it. So it has 26.3.1, but it has not got rid of confirm your i18. So unfortunately, we are still kind of locked up for restrictions. unfortunately, but we should be able to do it. So yeah, that's my phone fully backed up, re-rolled back to the previous one we installed previously. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and turn your notifications on. I'm Craig of IT and Gadget Solutions on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and bye.